Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 2v2 on Thar between the blue team in the upper left. It is ImSorryCami, which is a Sitta Smurf in the classic Neo, and nullkuhl in the Gothic Osprey. And in the bottom right, it is their opponents, the Carbon team, PatBullMC in the classic Osprey, and br0wser in the Steampunk Warthog. All these pretty experienced players. I would expect a very decent game. Both teams going pretty standard. It's hard to see a non-standard opening, I think, mostly because of how maps are laid out right now. Although they are very neutral. Well, I guess Thar is probably the only one that you're going to see some variation because of how the outposts are laid out so like spread out and so evenly spaced that you don't necessarily need to go for, like, for example, the blue team does not need to go for this bottom left one here immediately. They could go for mid if they wanted to, or for the corner. So in Thar is probably one of the only examples of, oh, nullkuhl gonna go with a secret longhorn. No, that was super weird. Just doing a flyover to see if the Carbon team started to go for that island, which is unlikely because of the, you know, this is longer to take. I don't know what he was doing there. That was a strange flyover, but both teams have their left and right outposts respectively under their control already, and the Carbon team, using all the tanks that they made, quickly taking that bottom outpost, and blue team gonna quickly take the top as well. So we will probably see a classic mid fight soon, or at least a battle for the corners, with one team going for one and the other team going for the other, most likely, because you can't really, you know, if you have pretty evenly skilled teams, which I would assume these are, you're not gonna see one team take both. That's extremely rare, and mostly if it'll only happen if one of the teams like really messes up. So it does look like that the Carbon team's taking the bottom left, and the blue team is gonna go for top right. And so, I mean, this is an asymmetric map. It's been asymmetric forever, and the way it's asymmetric it really bothers me, because the starting posts are not the same. Not the same at all. It is quicker to go for one than the other for, you know, in this current iteration of the game with the neutral starting outposts and stuff like that. But it does look like the Carbon team has a couple of flackers and longhorn moving for this post here, which has been caught by Sitta. I'm not gonna say I'm sorry, Cami. It just I feel so ridiculous saying that. But br0wser getting caught in the act. But oh man, Sitta getting finished off by one of the longhorn, and this might actually work by br0wser over here. Will any of these jumpers get finished off? I don't think so. Yeah, so this will actually go to Carbon, crazily enough. No, two of the jumpers did get killed by Sitta. So not enough babysitting there by PatBull, and this will go back to blue team's control quite quickly. So I thought that was going to be quite a turn, and it did not turn the way that I thought it was going to. Carbon team taking the middle outpost, which is less interesting than what I was focusing on, honestly. But the Carbon team trying to get this neutralized, but with a unit presence and a mech presence over here, it's very unlikely that they will. The blue team has a slight unit upkeep advantage, 40 to 30. I guess that's pretty significant. That's like, you know, 1/3 difference. But br0wser still trying to get this neutralization, or trying to get something to happen. But PatBull forced to go back to the corner. So, oh man, holy crap, that's a lot of tanks. And the Carbon team has been able to take the island, but they have not at all noticed this humongous massive units over there at the top right for the blue team. And you know, frequently in AirMech, not usually, but frequently in AirMech, the name of the game is commit. Whoever can commit and just go fast and do it, you know, commit to an attack first and commit, you know, larger, they usually win. And the blue team has a huge force over here, and they could probably even push to fort, honestly, because of how large that force is. And as long as it has proper mech support and gets enough spread at the fort, they will probably be fine. But if they ignore it and allow the Carbon mechs to just shoot, drop some units, and take about half of their fort health, well, the Carbon team will probably be in better position. Right now, it does look like Sitta's trying to deal with the Carbon unit presence over here, and a couple of heavy mines already down for the Carbon team. So nullkuhl trying to neutralize whatever he can, but does decide to pull back. No, not pulling back. Gonna ferry over. Oh, that's actually a great move. This little land protrusion on the top side of Thar And if nullkuhl just heals like crazy, he can actually disarm a lot of these mines. And actually, they're getting a pretty good surround. This will do a lot of fort damage, and the Carbon team definitely needs to worry about this. It might not get the finish, but if they get them low enough, the blue team might be able to easily get drop finishes here. And they are doing a very good spread. That is exactly what you need to do. Sitta and nullkuhl have lots of tanks all over the place here at the fort. And PatBull and br0wser are doing the best that they can to defend. No body blocking by br0wser, which is kind of strange, and no unit blocking by any of these players, really. I mean, a little bit there with Longhorn at the top, but this is pretty much an all-in for the blue team. It is 45 to 48. Lots of units down here for the blue team. I think more than the Carbon team units, and that is going to be it. Wow, that is a great, crazy turn. Not really turn, but a crazy game flow. Blue team just said, all right, we're going to go for top corner. There's a bridge there. It's not left the island. We can actually take our units and move them out. Went right through, not even past, not even stopping that much. Went right through that right side outpost, neutralizing it. And nullkuhl, realizing that all those heavy mines were put down, was able to do some quick thinking, ferry some of those Longhorn over the top corner, disarm some of those mines in the main path. He had the awareness to realize there are most likely heavy mines all over this path. He most likely saw some of them, if not all of them, go down, but it's hard to really remember exactly and retain, especially in the heat of battle, where the locations were. But common sense dictates that if you're the Carbon team, you're going to probably put it in the bottleneck on the bridge, so nullkuhl disarming a lot of those as well. And a ferry over, more support by Sitta, doing the ferry overs, and a couple more tanks being brought down as well, I'm pretty sure, I think. And yeah, that was just great execution by the blue team. So great job, nullkuhl and Sitta, for taking this ranked 2v2 over PatBullMC and br0wser. Look at my video description, guys. Do it right now. Look at it. There's a lot of links that will help you. A lot of people ask me, how do I send in replays? How do I even look at my replays? How do replays work in AirMech? Well, there's a replay manager link in there, and there's a submission form in there. And if you need to, and I don't think there's a link in my video description right now, but go to the AirMech Discord, and a lot of people will have answers to your questions. And also, if you just want to talk about AirMech, go there too. All right? This is REY, and that is game. See you next time.